actually, when we got those devices, I think we won't get any more from the government anymore. They are saying, okay, you have got these projects. We had 2 projects from which we got these iPads to our school. So next time if I apply to get some devices, they say, no way, you have had enough already. Okay, and then in this project also, it's usually so, in these ICT projects, that if I get like 100,000 euros from the government, they say that maximum sum of money to use into devices is 70% of the money. You understand? Yeah. So I still have the 30% left because we don't have any devices. I really try to use all 70% of the money to devices. Well, but the 30% is what I use to do some reports and governing things, and also educating the teachers. So in the first project there was coming like some guys who was educating our teachers from different kinds of companies. Well, that was good in the beginning, but now we thought that in this digital teacher in the area of Hämeenlinna, we hired Aleksi Lahti to be our project worker, because he's very good, you know. It's very important to have the educator here to advise the teachers. So this is much more better. I paid for the companies, they came here, they had 1 or 2 hours just lesson, and then went away. Now Aleksi is working here for the whole year. Well, he has 6 or 7 schools, but actually there's 6 schools, so he's always at least 1 day a week in our school. So that's the best way to do that. And then in the beginning, and also with this new project, Aleksi has been educating from 1 to 2 teachers from every school. Like there's Juha in our school who is taking care of the educating teachers in our school. And then the new thing is that Aleksi has educating our students. So there are very good students who are, there was Aleksi actually coming here, interested in ICT, and they are being educated as an ICT tutor student in our school. So they were nice students, and they will be helping other students, and they will also be helping the teachers here. It should be so that the educator is in our school. It's much more better.
How many do you have iPad? I mean, in the
how many
school,
iPads?
iPads, tablets. Maybe iPads or Androids.
We have
tablets.
We have iPads. We have 25 Windows Surface. No, 27 Windows Surface tablets and 90 iPads for the students. And then there are something like
90.
90.
Yeah.
90.
Yes. And then there are something like 25 iPads for teachers. All of these are funded by the government.
National board.
Yes.
And internet connection also.
Huh?
Free internet connection also.
Well, in these iPads there is no, like there's not 3G.
3G, yeah.
Not 3G.
It's only
in
Wi-Fi.
school area.
Yeah.
Wi-Fi.
If the teacher wants to have this internet connection, he has to pay for it
Yeah.
by himself.
I'm interested about applications, apps. I mean, in the iPads, it's not free all the time. Some of them free, but
Yes.
Very good applications. It's not free. How you manage this?
Well, again, I bought the application with the money which I got from the project, and then in the beginning, because we didn't know which was the good one, so we kind of give the cards from some teachers, like 5 teachers, you get 10 to 15 euros and check out about these iPads. And then we got, we met the people from the other school, from the school. We were educating. There was days like educating days, which is called ILO. ilo. This means happiness in Finnish, but actually it means iPad in upper secondary education. iPad in lukio opetus. Like it was iPads in upper secondary education, but the first initial letters it covers happiness in Finnish. So we're having these happiness days in every year, and we take part of those. So there was actually some like 5 to 6 teachers from our school take always part of these days. And then there are teachers from all these upper secondary schools. They are telling what kind of apps they have been using, so which way they have used these iPads or different kinds of things. Really good days. And then we have a party. We have every those seminar we have a party there. So it's kind of, for me, it's very important to also connect to the principals and other teachers from all over Finland, so we can get perhaps a new application for new project work then with them next year.
Okay, thank you. And I want to ask you about what is the process as a headmaster, after of this idea ICT project. I mean, did you analyze that? What are the pros and the cons in conducting ICT project based on the experience at Kalmar School?
Okay.
It's so long question.
Yeah. Okay, I think the main thing is that, I told you about how many devices we have from these projects. The positive things are like, I wouldn't have any money for those, because the thing is that the government is not giving us so much money. They are cutting the costs all the time, but they are giving this project money. So this is a positive thing. I have to be interested in these projects because we are funding our school system with those project money. Well, sometimes it seems like these last projects we are in, that the teachers, they are not so interested in these projects. I understand we have 3 different projects. If they are interested in one, it's also always a good thing. But 3 at the same time, it's a bit too much. So it kind of the whole project falls on my head. So too much work for me, and sometimes it seems that we are not getting so much of this last project. But now they are interested in these e-books they are having with one company. So perhaps next year they are more interested in this project. And sometimes it becomes like the negative things, like we are, like I told you, that we work really a lot with Paula, and Paula is not getting any money about like writing the project. And we work like more than 2 months, and we call each other all the weekends, and we were doing that in the evening, perhaps in night time, and I was contacting to Sweden and France and Greece. I need your advice about your. It's really hard work. And when they are saying, like I told you, like we got more than 10 our applications which hasn't approved this year. It's kind of depressing already. So we hope that this new project will be approved. At this in the teacher's contract, there was the Finnish teachers, they must have free teacher training days in 1 year. Did you understand? Every teacher has to train himself or herself for 3 days in 1 year. Okay, and usually we do so that this year, it was in April, 2 weeks ago, there was about, actually Alexi was arranging it. There was 110 teachers from upper secondary school in this our digital teacher in Hämeenlinna area project. They were here in our school on Saturday, and we were working for 6 hours, and they were educating each other and talking about these things. There was one teacher from a secondary school, and she was coming to me. Well, I have this idea for the project, but my headmaster doesn't know anything about it. What do you say? How should I do with this project? I said, the first thing next morning, go to your headmaster and tell her about the project. because you won't get any project if the headmaster says no way. So you have to encourage your headmaster to do the project. And then about what he or she would think about it, would it be a good idea? And if the headmaster says no, I'm not kind of behind you, so there's no use to do the project at all. And then if he says, well, this is a nice idea, so then you have to do kind of a search which foundations could fund are interested like funding your project.
Yeah.
You get the money and you said you get some devices. Then you have to pick up those teachers who's got kind of blinking eyes, or I would be interested in. Because it's not possible that everyone is interested.
That's why I'm asking.
Yeah. So you have to pick up those 2 or 3 teachers who is interested in. Then I trust that in Finland, I trust that the envy is the most important thing. Those who are seeing, these 3 teachers, they got tablets. Why not I have it? So what you are doing with those iPads? Because if you give the iPads to all the teachers, then I could say that half of them put it on their desk and they just like they are in Facebook or something like in internet. So they are not working with it. You have to. It's not important that all the teachers are having those devices at the same time. But you have to find those 2 or 3 teachers who are interested, who got the blink in the eye or the light in their head. So, I want to do this. So you have to find those. And when they have done it like 1 year, then there comes another one, and this is the way.
Step by step.
Step by step, yeah.
Thank you.
What Moodle?
We have Moodle, yeah. Why we have Moodle? It's free. And why we have Moodle? It's also used in HAMK, in University of Applied Sciences here in Häme, and also used in the University of Turku, University of Tampere, and it's free. That's why we use it. If the students want to use it afterwards, well, he get information from that. Actually, I'm not sure about it. I think they when they get out of our school, they won't get they can't access to Moodle anymore. But I think it's useful to get familiar with some template, and we have chosen the Moodle because it's free.
How many students in this school in this year?
550 about.
550. You have 90 iPads this year. Who is responsible for tablets? Only on the lesson they use iPads or?
Okay. iPads is, if we would have like those PCs or laptops, so we would have 90 laptops. So our ICT teacher would be responsible for that. So that's too much.
90 laptops, not iPads, yes?
If we would have laptops, so it's
I
a hard
understand.
work to manage with them.
Laptop, because it's a laptop.
Yeah, but iPads, well, there's not so much to do. So our ICT teacher is taking care of that, and there are also, we have divided them something like these 90 iPads. They are like 20, 20, 20, and this one is 30. We have these kind of boxes. If you have seen, the teachers are carrying them just behind it. So these are divided like these are language teachers taking care of these. There's some math teachers taking care of these, and the other teachers, like there's other subjects, are taking care of these. Okay, and then if you loan these 20 tablets for your lesson, you are also responsible that after your lessons you put the the charts in again, so they are ready for the next teacher, and the same thing again. And after we have these 5 periods in 1 year. After one period, our ICT teacher, after every period, she's checking all the apps that they are correct and so on and so on.
Did you give the permission for students use their own
Yes, of course.
iPads.
The thing is, like in my opinion, that like we have these 90 devices, these tablets. After 2 years, after 3 years, 2 to 3 years, I think all the students have their own. This
That's
is-
why you training this.
I think so. I'm not sure, but I think so.
Alex Lahti told us that if parents buy the special calculators, engineering calculators, this cost about
200.
maybe 200 euros.
Yeah.
If they use iPads and add applications with this calculator, is good.
Just
And,
the same calculator. It's something like
It's
25 euros.
obligatory for students buy this calculator, or
Pardon?
obligatory to buy this calculator or not?
Well, it's not obligatory, but you won't survive without it. It's not possible. But it's only for those who are taking the advanced math. If you take the basic syllabus, you don't need such a expensive calculator.
Because students have permission use this calculator on the exam, yes?
Yes.
It's good because in our country
You-
our
you
students
need
don't use.
You need this calculator in matriculation exams. And you can't handle these tests without the calculator. But now we are thinking. So you have to pay for like 300 euros from the tablet, okay? Plus 25 euros to buy the application of the calculator.
Yeah.
So it's good thing.
Yeah.
But the board of this who is taking charge of these matriculation exams, they want to accept tablets at this time. But after 2 or 3 years, I think it's okay.
Maybe it's
2016, it's after.
They are not saying about calculators yet, but after 2016, they are saying that we are doing these matriculation exams with laptops or PCs. So the tablets are not approved at 2016. But I think maybe in
Maybe.
2017 we are already so far that they're saying tablets are okay.
If you say about that you manage this project with iPads, maybe after that.
And what do you think? Hey, what about the students? If the students can decide, will they take the heavy laptop or the tablet to carry the whole school day for every day in the whole year? That's why the tablet is, I think, it's much more better.
How you, for example, how your teachers, how you control your teachers that they are using this iPad?
I can't.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Course maybe. Yeah, of course.
It's a good way of finish.
The Finnish way, it's a good thing.
Yeah, good.
No, it's not a good thing. I should force them. The teacher in Finland, the teacher has kind of a pedagogical freedom. You were asking about something like in flipped classroom in one.
Yeah, I'm also.
Yeah.
It's not.
So the teacher decides how he or she teaches in the classroom.
Not forced. No,
I
independent.
can't force them. I can't say that you have to use flipped classroom. I can't say. I can't say that you have to use ICT. It's not possible. But the teacher decides which is the teaching method. But the teacher must take care of that the curriculum is teaching these lessons. He has to obey the curriculum, but the teacher can kind of say which teaching method I want to choose. But like you said that now they have to use computers in matriculation exams in 2016. So that's the way it's saying that all the teachers they are very interested in using ICT in teaching, and it's a good thing. And also, if we think the students, the world of the students is not ending when they get out of our school. They are still going to the next level. They are going to universities. They are going to work. Well, they need to use tablets. They need to use laptops and internet and different kinds of things when they are getting out of our school. So that's why I should force the teachers to use ICT in teaching. And the world is changing.